My grandmother is writing on a cardboard box with a black marker. The word she writes is kitchen. Behind her is the house where she and Ray raised 3 children, and it is nearly empty now. She is 64. I am 9, and I am sitting on the stairs watching her, and in about an hour, she is going to decide where she grows old. She will decide it the way almost everybody decides it, in an afternoon, on price. Her name is Jen. She is my grandmother, and she is not real. Everything that happens to her is. I am going to tell you both of the next 22 years. Same woman, same years, 2 rooms. The room she nearly chose was a good room. The house sold well. The flat was warm and clean, and the kitchen had never been cooked in. 2 chairs at a table by the window. From the balcony, you could see the car park, and past the car park, the road. She would have kept the good plates and given away the everyday ones, which is the wrong way round, and she would have known it. She would have kept Ray's father's clock. I can see all of it. It is a perfectly decent life, and I am so glad she did not take it. The room she did choose cost her the same and bought her less floor. What it bought instead was this. The front door opens onto a path, and the path runs past other doors, and at the end of the path there is a room where somebody has already put the coffee on. She keeps the good plates and gives away the everyday ones here too. Nothing about her changes. Same woman, same habits, same clock. What changes is how many people get to meet her. 3 years in the other room, the flat across the corridor has changed hands twice. Ray nods at whoever is coming out of it. He never learns a name, and it has stopped feeling strange to him. 3 years in, Ray goes down for a coffee because it is closer than the kettle. Somebody's boy asks him how to get an edge back on a chisel. He thinks about that for most of the week. He never tells anybody why. My grandmother told me, and she was laughing when she did. In the other room, the building votes itself a new front fence. Her income does what her income does, which is nothing at all. And she does the arithmetic again at 3 in the morning. Every July an envelope comes here too. What she pays moves, and what she earns moves, and they move together because somebody tied them to the same thing on purpose. She reads it once, puts it in the drawer with the others, and goes back to what she was doing. 9 years in, the grandchildren come for lunch on a Sunday and go home at 4, because there is nowhere to put them. She starts cooking on the Friday. It is a lovely lunch. Afterwards, she stands at the window and watches the car until it turns. 9 years in, we come for a week in January and sleep in the flat upstairs that the village keeps for exactly this. My brother is 9 that summer, and he learns to swim in the river. I'm 18, and I sit on the bank with her. She does not start cooking on the Friday. She cooks a bit every day, which is an entirely different thing. "12 years in, the days have got long. She is in good health, the flat is paid for, and nobody needs anything from her. She is bored in a way she has no word for, and would not say out loud if she had one. 12 years in, she teaches a 15-year-old to make pastry, which she has been able to do since she was 14 herself. Nobody arranged it. He was walking past an open door. That is the whole mechanism. My grandmother was useful on a Tuesday afternoon because there was a door, and she was behind it. "15 years in. Ray is ill for 11 months before he dies. In that room, she does nearly all of it herself. 15 years in, Ray is ill for 11 months before he dies here too. The difference is a roster on the fridge door, and that most of the names on it live on the same path, and that my grandmother sleeps. In both rooms on the same morning of the same year, Ray dies. In the room she nearly chose, the flat is suddenly too big and too expensive and full of him. Everybody is very kind. Everybody says the same sensible thing, which is that she should not make any decisions for 12 months. At 11 months they come and help her pack. She moves to something smaller, 40 minutes away, closer to my mother. She is 79 years old, and she is starting again in a suburb where she has never met one single person. In the room she did choose, she stays exactly where she is. The building does the moving instead. Over 3 weeks in the spring, the walls of the second bedroom draw quietly back, and what she pays comes down with them. Same front door, same path, the same faces on it, all of whom knew him, so she never once has to explain who he was. The pastry boy is 19 now, and taller than her doorway, and he still comes on a Tuesday, and at the table, the second chair stays where it is. "19 years in, she falls on a Tuesday. Nobody comes until the Thursday. "19 years in, she falls on a Tuesday. She is not at the cafe on the Wednesday morning, and by 10 o'clock somebody is knocking on her door, because in 19 years she has never once missed a Wednesday. My mother rings from Melbourne every Sunday and asks her how she is going, and neither of them ever says what the call is for. My mother rings from Melbourne every Sunday, and somewhere in the second year she notices that she has stopped asking her mother how she is going, and has started just talking to her. "22 years in, she is 86, she is not well, and she is not going anywhere. There are 3 people in the village who are paid to help her, and 4 more who are not. She sleeps in the room she has slept in for 22 years, and the light still comes in from the north the way it always has. And in the afternoon, somebody sits in the second chair. None of that has happened. My grandmother is 64, and she is standing in an empty house with a marker in her hand, and she has about an hour. Nobody is going to tell her what is inside this afternoon, because it does not look like anything. It looks like a house that has become too big. And the room I want her to choose is not built yet. It is a cleared block on Young Street in Queanbeyan, with frost on it in the mornings and the sun crossing it from the north. People have started work on the ground. It is a pattern and not a place. It can be built anywhere that enough neighbours decide to build it. And the only reason to build it is the second chair.